He who can think the invisible can do the impossible. What cannot happen in Nigeria does not exist. Nigeria, the Niger area, the area around the Niger, or if you like, Niger, one of the most prayerful countries in the world, yet one of the poverty capital of the universe, where only the rich benefit from government subsidies, scholarship, social intervention programs, and social investment. Blessed with abundant natural and human resources, yet cursed with bad leadership, where you create billionaires without a sellable skills, job, or businesses, but just by knowing someone in government, and create penniless people by consistently taking that which belongs to the poor. A place where everyone is waiting for government appointment to make it. As the biggest entrepreneur in the country does not mind leaving their businesses to become governor or SA to governor or minister. And you want to ask, if the business they do well, why you go leave and go into politics, only to end up stealing public fund or mismanaging the same fund? A place where government critics of yesteryears are today in government are not bold enough to implement their own recommendation as critics. And the requirement for leadership or for a place in leadership is for your godfather to say, come and go. And yet you tell me, say, anything no fit happen here. A lot is happening. A land fighting corruption and forbids bribe. Yet, I no go fit give you bribe can ruin a multi-billion-dollar transaction and even land a lawyer in police custody, if you know what I mean. A poor praying nation without jobs. Yet churches are using tithe from poor members to buy up factory spaces and turn them into church auditorium. Why those that brought religion to us are turning their churches into factories and nightclubs? It shock you, Abi. A nation blessed with so much brains, but the religious leaders are taking the brains away and replace them with Kotewu. I don't call anybody's name. And ordinary problems like rat extermination are left to God to solve with olive oil. Praise the Lord, somebody. A land where a man sits down to read the Bible every day and then turn around to collect tithe offering and first fruit from congregants using the Bible and motivational quote. And that same man is the one teaching the same congregant how to become or build industries and become successful entrepreneur. Where him they work, nobody will ask. Where he don't do them before, nobody will ask. A land where communities will contribute money to build biggest church auditorium and boast about it, but cannot contribute money to build good roads, give scholarship, or build industries. Anyway, like we say here, what God cannot do does not exist. A country where political, religious, and social leaders are united in tyranny and oppression of the masses. Yet, the masses who are oppressed are in love with their oppressors and they defend daily on the social media their jailers' right to consistently oppress them. No, say I didn't tell you. A country of we no go gree, but yet we dey gree for yahoo, gree for bad leadership, we gree for corruption, we gree for kidnapping, we gree for prostitution, hookup, we gree for civil servants, we gree for manipulative leadership, banditry, general insecurity. Well, what cannot happen in Nigeria, I tell you, does not exist. A place where we celebrate government officials for providing a tenth of what they promised during the election. Even though no be their money, they take duam. And yet you hold grudges against your neighbor for failure to assist you with that urgent 2K, despite the fact that he didn't promise you. You are beefing someone for not being able to do for you that which you can't even do for yourself. Are you still in doubt that anything can happen here? Just the play. A place where the people pray for military intervention in politics when they fail through the ballot. And the will of the majority can be nullified by the court. As judgment day in court has now become the actual election day. Who say nothing they happen here? I tell you, a lot of things are happening everywhere. Well, why the list of the negatives that happen here cannot contain this space? I also tell you that our positive attitude and positive impact are legendary and resonating worldwide and cannot be captured summarily here. So I will therefore advocate, while we grapple with bad leadership, lack of infrastructure, and are busy on destroying and undermining ourselves daily, I also must tell you that the positives, our music is ruling the world, our comedy, content, and creative industry is giving our competitors worldwide sleepless nights. Our never say never spirit and attitude is encouraging millions out there. Our educational pursuit has become a subject of professorial studies internationally and worldwide. Even the romantic nature of our men, Nigerian men, has turned to the darling of every woman, in the world. But sometimes they chop and claim out, sha. As even Oyibo guys don't let our babes rest, even though some of them, they fall our hands. While our jollof rice, our fufu don't japa around the world, as our we no go gree slogans for the year is gaining worldwide traction. I want to plead that we turn these positive vibes and energy to bridging the negative gaps and closing the infrastructural deficit in the country for a solid, virile, and prosperous Nigeria where everything good must happen and exist. If you agree with me, say ayes, and if you disagree, even myself no go agree. This will be a fine place to leave it here, and until we come your way, just follow us on all our social media platforms. Shown on your screen, click the like button and share. For a stumbling block can become a stepping stone, depending on your perspective and mindset. Now, poverty turned engineer to comedian, and today he's a multi-billionaire. Happy New Year, and see you next week.